tell me why there's such a lack of fine men right now? There's like a really big shortage of fine men in this world right now.
Okay, but seriously, where are all the good guys? They have to be out there.
I did not expect for all of you guys to agree with me in my recent video about how hard it is to date.
There is no shortage of good men. Modern women are just competing for the top 10%.
All these men deserve like a first-class ticket to hell.
Most women do not like most men that much.
Nice guys finish last is a myth. In the long run, nice guys are the ones who know how to maintain long-term relationships.
Nice guys to them are a last resort after Chad and Tyrone rejects their baggages.
Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
All these men deserve like a first-class ticket to hell.
Yes. They need to burn, baby, burn.
I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't want children. Where are all the good men at?
This is for all my single people, so if you are not single, just keep scrolling. Can someone tell me why in like modern dating or dating right now, we're talking on apps, talking on Instagram, you're sliding in, whatever, but no plans are being made? I don't know about you guys, but I'm not looking for a pen pal. I'm looking for a husband. So what's going on?
Hi guys, happy Friday. Okay, real talk. Does anyone else just have like a hard time dating in their 30s or even like late 20s? Like whatever. Is the dating world just a challenge these days, or is it just because I'm older? Because like when I was younger, I felt like dating was so fun and easy, and now it just feels challenging. Does anyone else struggle with this besides me?
Okay, let's dive into something that's becoming a hot topic, hitting the wall now. I know the title sounds dramatic, but stick with me, this is a reality check for many when it comes to dating, especially for women in their 30s. So why is dating so tough? Well, remember when you were younger and all eyes were on you. Your value in the dating market was through the roof. You were in your prime, full of youth, beauty, and potential. But here's the kicker: as time passes, that perception can change. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone ages, and that's part of life. But for many men, they tend to seek qualities like youth and fertility in long-term partners. So when you were at your peak, naturally, you attracted more attention. But now, things look a little different. But for women, the drop in attention can feel like a rude awakening. It's like being used to first-class service and suddenly finding yourself in economy. Not fun, right?
They say good men can be found here.
Can someone tell me why there's such a lack of fine men right now? There's like a really big shortage of fine men in this world right now. And I'm not understanding it. I'm really not understanding it. I don't know if it's the city I'm in. I don't know if it's a state. I go back in Miami. I was just in Miami. I go back and forth from Miami to Philly. No fine men, but I see bad bitches everywhere I look. Why is there no fine men? And if a man is fine, if he is fine, he's 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". Y'all, if you live in a city where there's fine men everywhere, please, please, I beg of you to put me on. Like, I beg of you. Like, it's tough times out here right now. It makes it so hard to move on to a new man because there's no one better. Like, there's no one better looking.
Here are the comments: fine man, in translation rich and sexy dude, which will S over her. Good looks ain't everything, and the women who continue to be superficial and picky will end up alone, because at the end of the day, real men don't want to deal with any 304s or boss chicks. Another irrational, delusional modern-day girl that doesn't know what less than 1% of her expectational demands mean. Makeup really put people in delusion. Alright, let's talk about something that's pretty wild height. I mean, have you ever noticed how a guy can be a total catch in every way, but if he's 5', suddenly it's a deal breaker? I love how women often judge men based on something totally out of their control, like height. It's like, sorry buddy, you just didn't hit that growth spurt but flipped the script, and if a woman gets judged on her weight, it's suddenly misogynistic. Talk about a double standard. It's almost like some women are holding themselves back from finding love. They think they can stroll down memory lane and magically find a 6'+ guy just waiting there for them with a bouquet of flowers. How amazing would that be? Right? But let's be real. If you're only looking for the perfect guy based on his height, you might just miss out on some really great guys who could treat you like a queen. It's time to rethink what really matters in a relationship.
Why is it so hard to date in 2024? I just don't understand why people make it so difficult to date. If I have to talk about what I do for work, what I love to do on the weekends one more time, I am literally going to lose my mind. And I keep telling myself, ladies, and I keep reminding myself, if he wants to, he will. Make it stick in your brain because that literally helps. Like, don't settle for anything less.
Don't settle for anything less, you know. That's basically the dating world's favorite slogan. But here's the kicker: everyone settles. I mean, come on, no one's perfect. When it comes to dating, nobody checks off every single box on their superficial wish list. But when a woman says she won't settle, it usually means she has this laundry list of demands. You know the type: height, income, looks, personality, basically the whole package. And then when reality doesn't match up to that list, they're like, why is dating so hard? But let's be honest, dating isn't hard. They're just making it hard with their unrealistic standards.
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill. Shit.
I was just talking to one of my friends earlier today, and we were kind of talking about how like girls just don't like it when guys are really nice to them, or like the good guys aren't ever picked. And I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. It's not that girls want jerks. It's that if you're being a jerk up front, we can take you more serious. Like, we're not having to read between the lines. You're already being a butthole. It's more authentic. That's why girls like jerks. We've already got the worst of you. We want to be able to get to the best. If we have the best up front, then what better is there, you know?
I'm not sure why nobody wants to speak up about this, but I guess I'll be the one to do it. There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party together, figure out what has happened, where have they gone, and what do we do about this? Because it's a problem.
Look, I have said this before and I will say it again. There is no shortage of good men. It is simply that you don't see the men that are good men in your life as dateable, but they're probably good friends. Like, they're probably in your friend zone. And then for the good men that aren't in your life, it is because they're not looking to date. They probably spent far too long in a relationship that took advantage of their goodness. Those men are either working, they're either at home, or they're just hanging out with friends or doing some sort of hobby in seclusion. So if you really do want a good man, you better look in your friend zone or do all that you can to put out positive energy about men, because they will see you and they might take a chance on you then.
Here are the comments. We are okay. We don't want to be found. We are content now. There's plenty of us. We've just chosen to opt out from the nonsense. We are very happy on our own. We fought and survived. Now we want peace. We in our burrows gaming gym got improving ourselves and our situation. We have been around a lot until we realized that our good intentions just got us friendzoned, so we withdrew and forced on our own true friends and happiness. You know what I think? A lot of good men might just be avoiding certain women. I mean, there are plenty of amazing guys out there, and guess what? They're already dating good women. It's not that good men have disappeared, it's just that they've chosen to invest their time and energy into women who appreciate them. These are the women who don't hold them to impossible standards. Sure, some good men might be at home or even overseas, but they are definitely out there. And let's face it, good men aren't wasting their time on women who are chasing after unrealistic fantasies. These guys aren't going to stick around for someone who's always searching for the next best thing or who has a never-ending list of demands. They value their peace and happiness, and they're smart enough to recognize when they're being undervalued.
Where are the men out there that are around 23 years old and ready to settle, get married, have 3 to 4 kids, and live on a farm? Because I can't find any.
And good guys or bad boys?
Bad boys.
Okay.
Good guys, predictable, boring. Next.
Absolutely. Okay. Big energy.
Big energy. Because big can have weak stroke.
You absolutely right.
You need help.
Dating in your late 20s is so fucking hard because I'm so content with being by myself and I'm so independent. I'm constantly taking myself out on dates. I'm doing all these things by myself that it's like, if I'm contemplating going on a date with you, it's not in competition with anybody else. You're in competition with me. It's like, would I rather spend time with you than spend time by myself? Because that's how much I love spending time by myself. And I think it's so fucking hard because I also am somebody who like treats myself. So like if I'm going out on a date, I'm going to an expensive dinner, or I'm going to a baseball game, or I'm going to like any kind of sporting event, like a concert. Like I do all those things by myself. And I feel like a lot of times when men ask me to go out with them, like if I think that the date is too basic, like I don't want to go. And it has nothing to do with them. But it's like, if you're not even willing to put the extra effort on the first date, I already know we're not compatible because I am extra as fuck and I am a woman of luxury.
Honestly, it sounds like this woman is headed for another 20 years of being single. I mean, what man wants to feel like he's competing with his partner? It's exhausting. Men don't want to feel like they're constantly proving themselves or trying to outdo their partner. Before diving into dating, maybe some women should take a moment to understand the real purpose of it. It's not about finding someone who can compete with them or meet some unrealistic standards they've set. Dating is really about building a connection, sharing experiences, and finding common ground. When dating turns into a contest, it just sounds like she's setting herself up to build a man's stress levels instead of a meaningful relationship. That's not what love is about.
The part they don't tell you about getting a good man is this. You're going to come to the realization that none of them, I mean none of those men ever really liked you. They might have been infatuated by you. They might have liked to canoodle with you. They might have even liked how you looked. But actually liked you? No, sirskis.
You know, this sounds like nothing more than projection. This woman has likely been hurt in past relationships, and it's clear she's attracting the same types of guys over and over again. As a result, she's built up this wall of resentment and hatred toward men. But here's the truth, there are definitely good men out there. The problem? She's just picking from the wrong basket. Instead of recognizing that not all men are the same, she's stuck in this cycle of negativity. It's crucial to take a step back, reevaluate the choices being made, and maybe even change the approach to dating.
At some point, even the good guys get a couple bad bones in their bodies at some point, ladies. Because when you were overlooking a lot of the quote-unquote good guys, when you were a little bit younger, you like to deal with a lot of bad guys. And then you get through a couple bad guys, you say, you know what, I'm ready for a good guy, a really good guy who's going to treat me right and everything. By that point, he realizes that that didn't work for him. And now he's turned a little bit bad, just a little bit more boundary, a little more stern, a little less, because that didn't work. It just never worked for him. So now you want a couple good guys. See how the cycle comes back? You want the good guys now, only after you've been through a couple bad ones. And the bad ones have undoubtedly kind of scarred you, and I get that. But by the time you decide to want a good guy, the good guys, some of them have turned a little bad. So there's still some good guys out here, ladies. Let me not discredit, there are. But they're in a different kind of good. Not exactly the good you want. Because in your 20s, he was good. He could have been good. But now he's got a couple bad bones in his body. Oops. Waited just a little too long. Yeah.
Let's talk about a common pattern in dating. Many women seem to only want the good guys for stability in their later years after they've had their fun playing the field and chasing after those so-called bad boys. In their younger years, a lot of women prioritize excitement, drama, and the thrill of being with these bad boys. Sure, they offer temporary highs and adrenaline, but they don't provide the long-term security or emotional support that a good man would. But here's the thing, once the thrill-seeking years start to wear thin, usually in their 30s or later, suddenly the boring good guy becomes a lot more appealing. But by that time, it's not always about love or genuine connection, it's about finding someone who will provide stability, financial security, and emotional reliability.
Men need to stop taking women on dates. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you. I wouldn't even buy her coffee.
Men need to stop taking women on dates.
Get your best friend and take her out of here.
You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff.
That's not dumb. Disillusion me, baby, all day.
What has that gotten you? Where are they? Exactly. So stop doing it. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. If you need, hold on, I'm not done. If you want to know if a woman is interested in you for real and wants to not just use you as a meal plan, because let me tell you, a lot of my homegirls are going out with you because they are bored. They don't have nothing to do. They're not over the other dude. Somebody else hasn't hit her back yet, so she's going out with your stupid ass. So stop taking her out on dates. Don't buy her anything. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. Talk to her on the phone. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you.
I agree.
You know what? This is absolutely true. A lot of these women are just out here hungry looking for their next meal. It's like they've got a lineup of guys ready to fill their bellies on different days, and they call it their meal roster. But here's the kicker, it's not about finding a genuine connection or building something meaningful. No, it's all about seeing who can offer the most benefits, whether that's free dinners, attention, or a little validation. They string these men along, pretending there's potential for something serious, but let's be real, they never had any intention of getting into anything long-term. It's a classic case of playing the field without any real commitment.